Hello and welcome to Satisfactory. My name is Okada, and today we are kicking off a brand new Let's Play series. Now, this will be a vanilla-ish playthrough of Satisfactory with just a few quality of life and content creation mods like time-lapsing and the ability to affect the day-night cycle so that it's easier for you to see what I'm doing while I'm recording during the day. Beyond that, the terrain, resources, machines, recipes, and everything else are all strictly vanilla. The reason I wanted everything to be vanilla for this series is because I want to showcase big and beautiful builds that anyone can create without having to alter their base game. All that said, let's load up a new world and stake our claim on the new frontier. Alright, we are touching down on our new planet. Ooh.
Planetfall complete. Please ensure the integrity of your multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%. Remember, efficiency first. Godspeed.
So now, I will not be spending any time, dealing with the tutorial. I'll just pretty much do that off screen, or just as it prompts as we're playing.
Welcome to Planet Massage.
But I'm going to assume that if you are watching this, you've either played this and gone through the intro stuff, or if you're interested in the game, then you'll pretty much pick it up as I play. But our priority right now is going to be to get to our starting spot.
Important Ficsit data and
All right, lady, stop talking. And it's going to be southeast of here. I picked a very nice spot, very pretty spot. And also, if you have played this game, then you know that early on you need lots of biofuel, so wood and leaves and whatnot. So we're going to grab a bunch of stuff as we run, all this wood and whatnot. And we're going to just fast forward our way, and hopefully I won't run into anything hostile and get there alive. If not, you'll see what happens. Well, that being said, let's get past the interface here so we can actually. Come on, lady. Let me open up my inventory. Thank you.
Please ensure you have your Ficsit
All right.
Incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving.
Now we can now we can defend ourselves in case things go real bad on our run.
Objective.
All right, here we go.
Note.
All right, here we are. This is the area that I have chosen for our starting spot. Now, we're not going to be restricted to this area because we're going to be building big and we will be exploiting resources far and wide. But this is where our hub's going to be. This is where our house is going to be. And, I didn't choose this area because of its resource density. I chose it because it's pretty. Also, it's fairly open, so, some room to build. But mostly because it's pretty. All right, I'm going to create a little bit of space here and defend myself against the thing that's growling. Is that you growling at me? And just get our hub and stuff down. Why does it still want me to do this? Oh, the thing wants me to pick up ore before I can even access my build menu. Which means I have to defend myself against this guy right up here.
Fourth objective, build the hub. Note, To complete this objective, the resources salvaged
Woo.
from the dropout caution. Ensure the hub.
All right, lady. I'm fighting for my life. I don't need to hear a lecture. All right, we can build. So the name of this series is Pixel Perfect, and it's meant to reflect my tendency to make everything exact. And you'll see that as we go and as the series progresses, and we actually have the ability to do things, cleanly with, the foundations and everything else. And obviously that's not something we can do right now because we don't have anything unlocked. So for this first episode, please excuse the mess of all the stuff that's going to be built out in the grass. Be assured that it's driving me nuts, and I will look forward to being able to clean it up and tear it all down and restructure everything. And that's something that happens a lot in this game, is the tearing things down and rebuilding them better once you have upgrades. So let's start getting this area kind of prepared so that we can just, we can get to these basic milestones and or tiers. I keep calling them out. It's active milestones. And actually get to doing things. Oh, Guardian of the Copper. Not today. Not today. Oh, the exciting early game. During this very amateur time lapse, a tool which I will get better at using throughout the series, I wanted to take a moment to outline a couple of main goals we have for this episode. Our first goal will be to complete Tier 1 and probably 1 or 2 milestones into Tier 2, just to speed us past the early game where we can't really do much. Our secondary goal will be to build a small starter house. I know, this isn't Minecraft, and we can't simply place a chair and a piston and pretend that they are chairs and tables, and early on it's going to be pretty ugly since we don't have much unlocked, but it'll give us something to upgrade throughout the series as we gain access to more cosmetics and blocks, like windows, doors, and roofs. It'll just be nice to have a little place to call home when we're not out building.
Provided, as well as
Right, and the way it goes, that is the last... Alright, lady. That is the last of Tier 1. Which you cannot see from that screen. Let's take a look here. Alright, so Tier 1 is complete. I actually haven't unlocked the map yet. I just gotta click on it. And so that's goal number 1 for the, opening episode here. Of course, goal number 2 is going to be to build a house. And I just want to take a little moment here to walk around and kind of look at what we're at. Hopefully, hopefully you guys just saw a kind of a time lapse of this all being done. And if you didn't, then something went terribly wrong. Well, I'm learning the new tools for this, and I think I got that running. So hopefully it worked, and hopefully it was at least mildly interesting to see this area kind of from an aerial view come together, sporadically. And I wanted to walk around real quick and kind of review the area and point out a couple of things. Well, first of all, I found a cute little mod that puts a screen on the front of your containers for what's in it. And I believe it's the item that's last in the container. So in this case, I believe this is going to show us leaves. This is my biofuel loop. Oh, nope, it's a biofuel. So there's one in the front. So you see the little picture here up front, which I think is pretty awesome. It's a nice little addition. Doesn't change anything, but once you have, large warehouses, and, each container, of course, is dedicated to one item, it's going to be pretty neat. So as you can see, the dedicated canisters here, or containers. This is just, I think it's just so cool. It's such a nice little idea. I love it when people come up with creative, small things that it doesn't change the vanilla game. Nothing's changed in the function of the game. It's a little enhancement. I think that's very creative and very useful. So I popped it on once and went, wow, that is just so nice. And the inefficiency we have right here is the concrete being made, because one machine processes 45 per minute, and of course there's only 60 coming down. So it's going more quickly than having just one constructor, where it wouldn't be using all 60 of the incoming limestone, but neither of them are running at full speed because there isn't enough coming down, and that's just because of the belt speed. I can't do anything about that other than connecting up a different limestone, which there is one over there somewhere. It's not important enough at the moment. But it will be soon. It will be soon because we have unlocked our foundations. Yay! They are the basic starting foundations. We don't have any of the enhanced ones yet. We don't have the MAM. We can build the MAM now. And we need to do the space elevator, which we will probably do this episode, maybe not. I mean, it's not hard to do, right? The resources we have all of that automated. Well, yeah, all that's automated. The cables are not technically automated. I have a constructor here that I just throw some wires in, based on how many cables I need. I don't really need a whole lot of cable at the moment. But we don't need that for the building. Let's grab that. Why are you guys not merged? But the reason why we probably won't do the space elevator on this episode is because it's huge, and I don't know where I want to place it yet. And that's fine. We don't need to do it right now. We're not going to complete Tier 2 this episode. I will probably be doing this one right here, obstacle clearing. In fact, I know I'm going to be doing this in this episode because I need the chainsaw so that we can build our house, because right now there are trees in the way of where I want to build the house. And we need to buzzsaw. Ooh, oh, it'd be nice to have this. And it'd be nice to have this because we need the assembler so that we can make these guys right here. So there's another thing that I haven't mentioned yet, is that, when I first played this game, when it very, very first came out in early access, I did what I suspect basically everybody else does, which is it was like, oh, I got to get this. This has got to be, now I can unlock this. And it needs this thing, and I can't make it yet, so I'm going to sit here for half an hour and I'm going to pound them out. And I did that, and I pushed and pushed and pushed, and I was always ahead on the tiers before I really needed them. In some cases it's really helpful. Like this one, obviously, if we were to, obviously in this case, right, we're going to have to. Well, no. I'm sorry, I take that back. We're not. Obviously, this would help a lot, right? If we jumped ahead, if we built these out, hammered them out, and got our Mark II belts, that would solve some problems for us, lickety-split. And that's fine. It's fine. People do that because it's fine. You kind of, all right, I gotta get my next thing, and research is addicting, and all that. And I'm just as susceptible to it as anybody else. But the first time I played this game and I did that, I kind of came to a realization, which was, I spent a lot of time just sitting there hammering at the workbench to get that reward, and then I had to build a bunch of stuff that then made the stuff that I needed, and then I didn't need it anymore. Obviously, you need it for other things down the line, but it felt less rewarding getting the machines up and running to do the thing that I really needed to make progress in the game, not just to build stuff. And so the second time I played the game, I kind of made a strict rule, which was no crafting that I did, well, what I don't have to get milestones. And what in the world is that red lava looking? What? It's floating. What? And it's okay. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I found that a game for me is more rewarding if I build the machines and take the product from them to do the milestones, and I get that satisfaction of I got it working and then it progressed for me. And we will be doing that throughout this series. And that's just this is something I wanted to convey. There might be a couple times situationally where I might break that rule if I feel that for the series it will move things along better. But for now, we're not going to. But let's get to getting this. And I think that I get my bearings here. I think I'm going to build a house up on this cliff up here, which if you notice my health is down 1 bar. It's because I walked off this cliff. Whoops, yeah. I was running around, collecting up leaves and whatnot, and I was right over here and went whoop right off the side, just grabbing leaves, and ran out of road. Now, the reason why I might not build up here is because, as you can see, there is a limestone node up here. And the house isn't going to be huge, but it's also not going to be small. It's not going to have the hub, and it wouldn't really fit in the house. The house would be way too tall. Proportionally, it wouldn't look too good. But that's fine. It's supposed to be our house, not our work center. It will have, probably workbenches and all that stuff in there again, but it's still going to be homely, as best as I can, and we'll work on it as things go. And I just noticed the crash site up here, so easily distracted. I hear growling. Growling. Oh, hello there. Oh, what's the matter? You can't climb? Surprise! Oh, ow. Alright, that didn't work. Dodo! Ah. Alright, settle down now. Okay, yeah, where was I? Oh, yeah, oh! He's got a buddy. They usually... Oh! Woo! I thought he was going to get me on that one. Alright, okay, more friends here? More friends? No? Alright. Let's see what this requires. 30 megawatts! Oh, do I have the materials on me to make... Oh, I do. I do. Where is the connection point? And this produces 30 megawatts. All right. We only need to run long enough to open the door. Nice. Our first hard drive. You saw it here live, folks. The hard drive is done on the MAM, and I wanted to see what it is together. Ooh, stitch plate. That might not be too bad. Don't think that we need this. We got a couple of pure iron nodes nearby. And, no. This is not happening. So, yeah, stitched iron plate. Early game, really, I'm looking for the iron ingots straight to screws because it eliminates a machine, and that's a big deal. But we have not yet instituted stitch plate because we don't even have the assembler yet. And or iron plate. Iron plate requires screws, and taking screws out of this recipe right from the get-go, this might be an awfully good thing to do. That's our inaugural hard drive. Okay, it's time to start building a house. Up here on that cliff was originally where I said we wanted to build it, and it's still a good place. But I think I have a better spot. It's gonna be just right over here. See a little arrow side of the area, and it's gonna be up here behind the this whole cliff right here, which is kind of near the copper mine. And there were a couple of reasons I wanted to change it, or I decided to change it. One of which is that I need access to some kind of metal. Something I can smelt, which the other place had limestone. And there's going to be a smelter as part of this build. And I just didn't want to run stuff weird. And so it was more convenient. But also, there's some nice natural features around here. There's a stream and like a water pond and stuff. I gotta stop grabbing stuff. This is going to be I don't want to de-beautify this area. But it is the stream and whatnot. So, you know, if you're near the house, right? Yeah, I think that's about right. Alright, let's shut off the overzealous chainsaw. I think that's going to be about right. I'm good with it hanging a little bit over the edge. We are going to have a garage, and we're going to have a ramp going down. Let's see if we can not fall to our death here. Yeah, that's probably about right. Of course, we don't have any of the fancy ramps right now. And I think that these ramps would go out too far, it would. I kind of want to do the ramp first to see how that's going to kind of play out. I just want to make sure this isn't going to, you know, protrude too much into the area. I think that's going to be all right. Because there's no going back once we start building this. Angle looks okay. You know, we're not going to build anything on here. Boy, that's not going to be very good driving, is it? Because we'd want to drive up. And then drive up a little bit more. And let's not have weeds coming up through our house floor. Now, this is not going to be a mega structure. This is just going to be you know, a quaint little house. Modest living. I'm going to spend a whole lot of time here. Oh, well, I don't like that. No, sir, I don't like that at all. All right, I think that's what we want right there. We're actually going to build a smelter and not try to back over for this and fall to our death. Needs to be facing this way. Unfortunately, we don't have conveyor walls yet. I think we're gonna center it just about like that. That looks good. So we're just going to pretend that we have walls. All right. So right there is just going to remain open. Actually, do that for now. And it will be replaced later with conveyor walls. Huh. We need one more row. One more. One more. I'm already forgetting that when you're doing walls, you can zoop up and over, just not the foundations. Actually, let's do that right there. Take those out. Take those out. This is going to be our garage. This will be our patio. Once we have catwalks. And we'll have a front door about here. And windows, you know, when windows are a thing. And we will definitely have crafting bench in here because it's the garage and you need to be able to work on your ride. And again, the roof's going to evolve once we actually have roofing, as well as when we have corner pieces, which will make a big difference in getting some of these, you know, wall segments to line up properly. But for now, got to go with what we got. Which kind of makes me excited. You know, I like that we're going to have the chance to make this more complete later. And we don't have... Oh, we do. All right. I think you can see where this is going. Get this up here. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Go up a little bit more. Take the ride on the reading. Now let's turn this one off for now. All right. A little bit of imagination. Oh man, we need to rework these. Come up here and see, we have our smokestack. We have a chimney. Probably should cut that tree down. All right, I think that's gonna be it. We got a lot done. All of milestone or tier 0 and 1 and half of 2. We have a fairly stable setup for the basic materials. But thank you very much for coming out in this inaugural episode of Pixel Perfect, the new Satisfactory series. And there's so much in store in the future. So, if you enjoyed it, definitely come back, because there's going to be a lot of work put into this, and many, 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 many hours, and we're going to do some really cool stuff. I am eager to share some of those plans with you guys and to develop them as we go, and just kind of see what comes, because the game is a bit organic, and excited to get that house up there, looking a little bit less homely and a little more homey. But yeah, if you liked it, definitely leave a like. And if you are new to this channel and you want to see the what I'm going to do with this and where I'm going to go with it, consider subscribing so that you get notified. But I hope to see you guys in the next episode, and thank you very, very much for coming out.